Well, good morning everyone. We are in Sparta, North Carolina, scene of the crime of my trout fishing trip for Mother's Day. Weather again is not cooperating today. It was actually a trip supposed to be for smallmouth fishing. Smallmouth are sight feeders. They require very clear water. It's been raining all night. It's supposed to start tapering off here very soon, but the rivers are really muddy, so I didn't hit the smallmouth river. I'm actually here fishing one of the creeks where I was catching trout on the last trip. And they'll still bite. They're stocked fish as opposed to the natural smallmouth that we have. So I'm just going to start off with a little white spinner, a little Panther Martin right there. And this is a nice little pool here where the water's coming in from over there and it kind of eddies over here and just kind of swirls. And predators tend to stack up in places like this, waiting for things to get washed down towards them. Water's very muddy. Like I said, it's been raining all night long. So I don't anticipate catching a lot of fish, but I should catch some. We'll see how we do, and if the rain tapers off like it's supposed to here shortly, I'm hoping by the afternoon a lot of the water would have run off, all the muddy stuff would have run off, and the waters will settle, and I'll try and get some smallmouth fishing in this afternoon. If not, definitely tomorrow morning, because it's not supposed to rain the rest of the weekend. So tomorrow morning I will hit the new river and see if we can catch some smallmouth. So let's see how we do. Alright, so the one thing about fishing in rain like this, a lot of junk is getting washed down the river. So I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of trash on my hooks. Fishing this Panther Martin spinner, like I was saying, it has a single hook on it. Less chance of getting snagged out there. So nice little swirl right there. So I know there's a few branches, there's a lay down in here. We've lost a few spinners on our last trip. But I'm still hoping that, oh, no, that is not a fish, that's garbage. So I'm still hoping that a few fish are in here in the feeding mode. Very simple technique. Just cast it out, reel it back in, that little white blade spins around. Problem with spinners is they will twist your line up, so I want to make sure that blade is spinning loosely in there. Looks like that's working okay. Oh yeah, I can feel the vibration. Definitely spinning. All right. So I have switched to a black rooster tail, hoping the darker color in this stained water show up better than that white. That white's better in clear water. It's really stained here. So we'll just see how we do here. I've changed location a little bit. This is a pool that normally holds a lot of fish. I might have to switch up from the spinners to the little trout worms to fish this area thoroughly. I know there's a nice little pool here, there's another pool here, and there's a nice shelf that drops off to a deeper pool over there. So it's a matter of being able to cast accurately and get that lure in front of some fish. It's a little bit tougher in this stained water. It's running a little faster than normal, and the fish tend to shut down also. Trout are visual feeders. The only nice thing about these is a lot of these are stock trout. There's not very natural trout here, so they're not very smart. They're not very wary. If they see something in front of them, they're very likely to just strike at it. But it's just a matter of getting your lure in front of a fish right now. Okay, so no luck on the spinners. I'm gonna go to a little more subtle approach. This is a trout worm. See, I have a straight shank hook right through the body there, and one single split shot. The idea is cast out into the current, let it drift into those pockets. So there's a hole back there, there's a hole over here. I've had a lot of luck over there. My buddy Jim has a lot of luck here. So, but since I'm here by myself, I'm gonna try both holes. Here it's more important to get a good accurate cast and also keep up with your slack. So I have no slack in the line, and I'm pointing the rod tip at the line, and I'm just watching it go through each drift. No hits there. They changed locations to a couple miles upstream here. Got a nice little eddy. You got an island right there. Water's coming from both sides. There should be a nice eddy right there. Another one here. Probably another one under here, to be honest with you. But the water's flowing really, really hard. Starting to wonder now what my chances are going to be to catch anything today. Just the rivers are just so muddy. But not going to catch anything if you don't get a line wet. Alright, so I've changed locations. I'm actually the new river now. This is, we're going to do a little smallmouth fishing here. Water's still pretty murky here. I'm hoping now that the rain has stopped, water can settle a little bit throughout the day. But I'm not too hopeful for today. But you never know. Could get past a little something here. Just fishing from shore for right now. I'll fish here a couple hours. Head further upstream. There's a spot further upstream where I can actually wade. And what I'm throwing, it's called a Ned rig, or a TRD. They also call them turds. It's just a little flat head, like almost like a mushroom head, with a short little worm on it. This just gives up a lot of vibration. Very, very stretchy, resilient material. I'm just casting it upstream and kind of hoping to get past some rocks, some boulders, a little sandy bottom behind them. Hopefully some smallmouth are hanging out there. All right, move a little further upstream. I'm just gonna go from pocket to pocket. Can cast this thing a country mile. So we're at the new river again. Water here is definitely clear, but it's not clear. It's still muddy. And all I'm doing is casting that Ned rig onto the current, letting it fall down to these holes as it drifts down. See the rod tip kind of bouncing. It's just kind of rolling over rocks as it works its way downstream. And I'm not going to work it upstream. I'm going to cast it upstream and then let it come back down. Otherwise, it's going to have a very unnatural presentation. Huh. First bite of the day. Took the tail off. Don't know what it could have been. I know there's sunfish in here, rock bass, smallmouth bass. Not sure. Got the tail right off of it though. Well, we got a bite. That's better than nothing. Let's re-rig and see what's out there. Well, this is gonna be my last location for the day. So far, just one bite. Not looking promising today. This water's even muddier than the last location. Snagged right away. Here we go. And it's flowing pretty heavy up here. Water is super high. So, not anticipating very much luck, but you never know. Not gonna get anything unless you get a line wet. So we'll give it a shot here for a couple hours, but I am not very optimistic about this spot. All right, we got a fish on. Not sure what we got here. Huh. I would have never thought. Guessing that's a chub. Definitely the largest one I've ever caught. Oh, we didn't get skunked today. That's interesting. You can see little bumps right here. I'm not sure how clear that's coming in right there. Pretty little fish. Got a nice little green stripe down here. Nice yellow fins. Pretty. Interesting. Wow, was not expecting that. Not at all. How about that? Whoop. Oh, ooh, almost lost my rod. Okay, buddy, let's let you go. Oh, it's croaking a little bit. There you go. All right, well, we're gonna hang it up for today. After that first fish, I caught 3 casts in a row. I got snagged 3 times, had to break off 3 times in a row. And I actually know that today's conditions aren't the best. So I only have a limited amount of tackle. I don't want to use all my stuff up here and then come tomorrow, because I know I'm gonna get snagged up again tomorrow. When the conditions should be better, not have enough stuff to finish off my fishing trip. So we're gonna call it early, probably about an hour earlier than I expected to, but no big deal. Didn't get skunked today, so that's a good thing. Still found a few new spots that I've never fished before. I have fished this area once before, but again, when I fished that trip, the water was really high, just like this. Didn't catch anything that day either. Just ended up getting snagged a lot. So just really hoping that we don't get any more rain. We're not supposed to, and hopefully overnight all this will kind of settle down and the water will clear up a little bit. So keep our fingers crossed, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode of the next fishing adventure.